Hi, you have tuned into the Raging Agron channel, and I'm your host, Djingis, and I'm here with our Week 8 battle of the ABL, and we are facing Levity and the Toronto Weevils. A very good team, has a lot of huge threats, and yeah. His team is Milotic, Mega Venusaur, Hoopa Unbound, Conkeldurr, Ambipom, Granbull, Armaldo, Volcarona, as I see usually as well, Skarmory, Zapdos, Haxorus, and Diggersby. A lot of huge threats in many different ways. His team is one of few teams that, without problem, they can take care of Megalopony. Milotic, Mega Venusaur, Granbull, Skarmory, and in some way even Armaldo, they all destroy Megalopony, so I cannot bring Megalopony in this matchup at all. But yeah, Milotic, very good Pokemon. Mega Venusaur, very good Pokemon, both very bulky. Hoopa Unbound, I think it's third in Key Leader. Conkeldurr is destruction. Ambipom is tricky. Granbull, defensive, most of the time you will never run it offensively. Armaldo, very defensive, good rapid spinner, well, pretty okay rapid spinner, gets Stealth Rocks and a lot of other things, pretty annoying to deal with. Volcarona, very hard hitting, a good dual stab, and very good offensive pressure. Skarmory, very defensive, extremely physically defensive, not as much on the special side. Thunderbolt will take it out from almost anything. It's a very good Pokemon. Zapdos, not one resistance at all, not one weakness at all. Very good Pokemon, and I don't know how I managed to get both Skarmory and Zapdos. Haxorus is a very good Pokemon. Very offensive. I really like Haxorus. It would be good if it had that 101 instead of the Sorgus. I'm a bit tired. It's pretty early. Haxorus, if it had it has base 97 speed. If it would have base 102, that would be so much better. Base 100 attack and base 102 speed, it would have been so much better than it is right now. Pretty good coverage. I love Haxorus. It's very good. Diggersby, very hard hitting. Stab return, stab quick attack. It's always pretty good to have. Can be a lot of different things. But if I had to predict the team here, I would predict Milotic, Mega Venusaur, Hoopa Unbound for sure. I would say Granbull as well. Skarmory or Zapdos, and Haxorus. That's the team I predict him to bring. But that doesn't mean it's easy to prep for that team alone. I mean, his team is so good. So as you can see here, so this is the only thing I have to very good effective versus his team. It's, in my opinion, it's the only Gardevoir here. Galadriel, Gardevoir. I'm just gonna restart that. Galadriel, our Gardevoir with Choice Scarf, Trace, Moonblast, Psyshock, Healing Wish, and Energy Ball. 252 special attack, 4 special defense, and 252 speed, Timid Nature. I mean, Choice Scarf Gardevoir is one of my favorite sets. Moonblast, it's pretty good versus his team. Psyshock is very good versus his team. Healing Wish can make sure that Goodra and Mamoswine survives a bit longer, same with Ferrothorn. All three of them very crucial for me to win this game. Energy Ball to hit very hard versus his team. So the reason I'm Choice Scarfed is I have two opportunities. Well, there are two different sets I could bring. It would be just almost the same set. They would just be Calm Mind instead of Healing Wish, and it would be a lot more HP. It would be all HP instead of the speed, and then it would be modest. But I am Choice Scarfed because I predict his Hoopa to be Choice Scarfed to outspeed Megalopony. And why would I predict Hoopa to be Scarfed? Well, my team, I have some pretty fast mons, and if I bring some offensive mons that are usually defensive, Hoopa will have a bit of a problem, actually. So that's one point of it. So I went with Choice Scarfed. I don't see him bring Trick Room Goodra. because I have a pretty slow team. Then again, he might bring it because I might bring webs. So I mean, I had to do a prediction here when I went with Choice Scarf. ACDC, I will get Vantula, Focus Sash, Compound Ice, Thunder, Energy Ball, Stick Web, and Excisor. 252 special attack, 4 speed def, and 252 speed with timid nature. Excisor is there to one-hit KO Hoopa. Stick Webs is there to be faster than his team, so I don't really need a Scarf, but it's just in case I don't get them up. Energy Ball and Thunder, self-explanatory. I will hit his team very hard with those moves. Next up we have Last Tribe, our Slacking with Assault Vest, Truant, Smackdown, Earthquake Return, and Gangshot. 144 HP, 252 attack, Adamant Nature with 1012 in Speed F. Smackdown is to get rid of the flying type on Skarmory and Zapdos. Then Earthquake does 50% to them, more or less. That's a pretty fun tactic. Yeah, what I could do is I could also do Smackdown and not switch out into Mamoswine if I feel like it's safe. But for that I need to scout out his movesets first so it doesn't have Heat Wave or Iron Head or something like that. But it's a very good tech that I like in this thing. Next up we have Sonata Arctica, our Mamoswine, Life Orb, Thick Fat, Stone Edge, Earthquake, Icicle, Crash, and Knockoff. 248 HP, 252 attack with Adamant Nature and 80 special defense. This thing destroys his team if I use it correctly. The only thing that it can't kill in one hit is physically defensive. Physically defensive Mamoswine. No, wow. Physically defensive Mega Venusaur will be very hard to kill with the Mamoswine. Then we have the heat set of the week. Slipknot, our Ferrothorn with leftovers, Iron Barbs, Pin Missile, Sword Stance, Power Whip, and Iron Head. 252 HP, 252 attack, Adamant Nature 4 special defense. If I am at +4, Iron Head and Power Whip does not KO max defense Hoopa that it might bring for some reason. If it brings a Cold Mind Hoopa, that would be the set it would bring max HP, max defense. Then I don't kill Power Whip after 2 Sword Stances, I don't kill it with Power Whip or Iron Head, so I need to go Pin Missile, which sucks. Because I need knockoff on this thing. So it was the 4 moves, so we have the 4 slot syndrome here, but I had to go with Pin Missile to be able to one-hit KO Hoopa. If I can get to +2, I will destroy his team pretty bad, with the exception of Venusaur, Skarmory, and Zapdos. The rest I destroy with this thing. This is also the best thing I have to destroy Milotic. Problem is that if it burns me, I have no use of this thing. So maybe I should have run Lumberry, but it doesn't really matter. Next up we have Imagine Dragons, our Gudra with Assault Vest and Goey, Thunder, Ice Beam, Fire Blast, and Draco Meteor. 248 HP, 252 special attack, Modest Nature, 80 special defense. So this is an all-out offensive Assault Vest Gudra. This thing does a lot of damage to Milotic. Thunder is guaranteed 2-hit KO. Draco Meteor together with Thunder is a guaranteed 2-hit KO even after the -2. So as long as he doesn't, and that is, I calc this with him prepping for Megalopony. So then it would be a physically defensive Milotic as well. But yeah, this is the team, so let's jump right into the match and let's see how it goes. So here is our battle. As you can see, he brought a lot of the things that I predicted. Granbull, Hoopa, Haxorus, Skarmory, Mega Venusaur, and Milotic. It's a very... Well, I thought he would bring this team, but I did not think he would... When I saw this team, I see like, okay, he has 3 defensive Pokemon in Skarmory, Milotic, and Mega Venusaur. Why does he have Granbull on this team? It must be an offensive Granbull. And that threw me off on guard, because I have no clue what offensive Granbull might run. Because defensive Granbull can't one-hit KO anything on my team. Offensive Granbull, I have no clue what it does. So I was a bit on guard there. I also see that his team is very slow. I have no use of Stick Webs at all. So I should have brought Specs, Galvantula. Skarmory is... I mean, Skarmory doesn't do too much to me. I have a good ways to get rid of that. Haxorus is no problem at all for me, in my opinion. So let's just go through this battle. It's pretty fun. We had pretty good fun to do this battle. So I leave plays it easy, he leaves with that thing. I just go directly up because I don't have Volt Switch. He goes for knockoff. I lose my Assault Vest. He's going to stay in. I do a pretty good amount of damage with Draco Meteor. But that was Bedef if I remember correctly. So I just have to go out into Antarctica. And now I need to get free. I'm just gonna pause here. I get the first flinch, but I needed one more flinch because at this, at that amount of health, I did not kill it with the EQ, which sucks. So I just went on here. As you can see, I got the Icicle Crash, but it did not kill it. So he gets everything back, and I was like, well, I need to save some Antarctica. I have Healing Wish, so that's no problem. He goes out into Milotic. Then it goes directly out into this ring again. I went for the Thunder, hoping to get like a Paralyze or something like that. Then do that, copy the Thick Fat, and it goes for Synthesis. Because I switched in. And then I go out into this thing. Slipknot here, and he goes out. Okay, good. Good. I can get my Sword Stance up here. That's great. So it goes for the knockoff. Get Iron Bomb damage. I lose my Life Towers, which sucks. But I go for another Sword Stance. He can't touch me. You see how little that does to me. It's 4 times resisted. I go for another one. So I'm at max attack here. And I go for Iron Head and want it KO. Makes Mega Beam, so I was so happy. Now I have so much easier to deal with this team. I needed to get flinch here. And I did get the flinch. I need to get a second flinch, but I didn't want to risk it. I just went down to AC/DC and went for a Thunder. He doesn't have the best Thunder switching, and he goes out into Blade. Attacks us. I get the Paralyzation on the Blade, and he loses his Lumberry, and then I knew exactly what set it was. So I'm not scared of that thing at all. Last try destroys it, and I predicted this and went for Smackdown. Doesn't do too much damage to it. It's physically defensive. He goes for Brave Bird. That does nothing to me. He loses a bit more of health. I go for the EQ, and that was great for me. He has to Roost here, and this turn I should have switched out into Mamoswine, and I went out into Goodra. Why? Because I have a Fire Blast. And then it goes into that thing. I had to switch out because it destroyed me, and it kills me Slipknot because it's offensive with Thunder Punch, with Fire Punch. Okay. As I said, I had no clue what Gramble did, and there I lost my Wing Pun in my opinion, because now I can't really take on Milotic. I can go for Thunder, and you see that does nothing, especially defensive. Oh fuck. And then it's the Mirror Coat, and it's a Focus Sash, and I'm just... what is happening? Okay, last try to come out. You need to do something here. You need to get Gunshot. That does way too much damage to him. But I am Truant. That sucks. That really does suck. So I have to sack off ACDC here to go into Goodra, I think. Now go out into Antarctica. And he just goes into Skarmory. And I went for the knockoff. Get rid of the Rocky Helmet, but it kills me in return. No, it does not lose the Rocky Helmet because it died. The Thunder, I got the Paralysis, I'm pretty happy with that. And he went for another Thunder. And nope, no Paralysis there. Okay, let's go for another Thunder. So, bang for... no, okay. At this moment I was just like, okay, I can't do shit to his team. So I went for a return here. That thing went down. He cannot kill me with anything it does. So I'm just gonna go for that. I'm fine with letting me setting up. Went for Dragon Claw. I could have predicted that and going to God of War, but it could just kill me in return. Went for the return and kill that thing. And here comes the Trick Room, and I was just like, okay. This last 2 weeks, I've been out prepped and have bad luck in the game. This wasn't as much of bad luck when we talked late, because there was a lot of sets that he had that I didn't calc on. Even if I pretty much knew what he had. And yeah, I just lost because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do, and I needed to win this game. But I didn't, and that's about it. I can't say anything else. I mean, I'm just so pissed off for these 2 weeks. The sets he brought was a bit different than I had prepped for. God of War could have not have taken... I mean, I would have lost anyway when I went down to Slacking and God of War. But if I would had Gudra still, then I wouldn't be able to set up a Trick Room, because Gudra has the same speed as Houdin, as this thing, and I can kill it back. I can kill it pretty easy, in my opinion. Or just take it down to that amount of health that I can survive a hit with God of War or Slacking and kill it back. Hexproof was not a problem for me, in my opinion. The thing that hurt me was the offensive Gramble. But it is what it is. It was pretty fun. It was a really, really fun game to play. It was one of the best games I've played in a long time. If it would have been a paralysis on Milotic, I would have won this game. If I could have preserved Fairthorn better, I would have won this game. And God of War was not as good as I thought it would be, because it didn't bring in some things that it was good against. I should have brought Lopunny instead, because Lopunny can take care of... no, well, I should not have brought Lopunny, I'm stupid. I should have brought... wow, it's blank. I can't remember what I should have brought instead, but I had it in my mind directly after. But it is what it is. This was a... yeah. It is what it is. I can't do a ton to it now in return. But I mean, yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle now in the ABL. I need to win all remaining games, more or less. I cannot afford to lose anything. So that's that, and I don't think I would have anything else to say. I will go into a new league pretty soon. I think the first game will be this Sunday. Well, it is scheduled. It's not scheduled yet, but this week is the first week of a new league I will be in, and I will have a draft recap pretty soon. I will not have time to do it today, but it should be up Thursday at latest. I will try to do it today, but I can't promise it, because it depends on some things. But it is what it is, and I'm a bit of a pickle in ABL. I need to do better. I feel like the last couple of weeks I've been prepping very, very well in ABL, but I have not gotten the results because I prepped for the wrong things. I would have won the last games if I had prepped for the months he brought. I would have prepped for just those 6 months. I would have won those games. But it is what it is. I can't do anything about that now. So I will see you later, guys. And you will have 2 battles this week.